Hey guys, for today's video, we are continuing Better Call Saul with Season 1, Episode 5, Alpine Shepherd Boy. I don't know where it's gonna go from here, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm gonna let the show take me where it needs to. The title confused me a lot. I'm just like, I was like, is this the right show? Once I read the title, I was like, this is not the same show. So zero prediction. I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna go with it. If you guys are interested in watching my full-length reaction, be sure to check out my Patreon. I'll be linking that down below in the description. But without further ado, let's get into Better Call Saul Season 1, Episode 5, Alpine Shepherd Boy. I thought that rock was a beef patty. My mind is not well. We're not doing too hot right now. Go get the fiber. What are you doing? The lizard's gonna take it from you. I saw the way it was inching up to it. It was ready. She did not just call the cops. Because a guy stole her newspaper and gave her $5 for it? It's a newspaper. You clearly know what he was doing. He wanted it and he gave you $5 for it. It's probably like $1.25.
Police. Hello. Sir, we'd like to talk with you for a minute. Could you open the door, please?
I'd prefer not to, officers. I have a condition. I can't go outside.
You were able to come outside to steal your neighbor's newspaper.
He gave her $5.
I've left $5. The cover price is 50 cents.
Did your neighbor consent to sell you her paper?
God, she sucks. Throw rocks at her house. She's a bad neighbor. Don't actually do that. Don't take my advice. I'm just angry at her.
As I'm sure you know, in the state of New Mexico, there was a two-part test to determine whether police officers have an objectively reasonable basis.
He's like, I'm just gonna get in the house somehow. Yeah, I don't like his neighbor. She really sucks. They're gonna think he's sussy.
Hey, Tommy, come around here, would you? Check this out.
What are we looking at? What does he see? Is it gonna be the cooler? And they're gonna be like, oh, something weird in there?
A whole lot of camp stove fuel.
You see what he did to the breaker box?
Is he coming out or are we going in?
That's his home. You can't do that. That's his home. They can't just force themselves in there. Don't you need a warrant to get into someone's house?
You got 10 seconds to open this door.
But you have to leave your electronic devices outside. Definitely no tasers. I can't emphasize that enough. Deal?
They just took out their tasers. Alright, what happened?
James McGill to see Mr. Richard Sipes.
Call me Ricky. Come on in.
Come on in. We like Ricky already. He's got like bulls on his fans. Nice house too, pretty. It must feel like you can breathe, like it's not so congested. You don't have like neighbors on top of you. Liberating. Oh, Ricky's interesting. Look at the car on the left.
This is my assistant's car. I ought to give him a raise, you're right.
Jim, I saw you on the TV, and I had me a pair of insights. You ain't afraid to put yourself out there. And inside the second, you believe in the real America.
Oh, he's a game hunter. I don't respect them. I don't respect that at all. It's just, sorry, I'm not trying to put my own opinions out there, but...
You know, we are once again at a point in our history where the fly-swatting hand of government is crushing the spirit of entrepreneurship. Jim, I think you are just the lawyer I need, because I got me a case.
What is it? What is it, Ricky?
Ricky, I'm all ears.
I want to secede from the United States.
Okay, Ricky.
I got 1,100 acres of property here.
He can't take this case. Sorry, Ricky. Can't help you there.
We are going to be America's Vatican City.
No. Oh, Ricky. No.
I'm your man.
Huh?
Yeah, let's do this.
How are you?
Let's show them all.
Jimmy, he would throw us a yeehaw, wouldn't he?
Now, it's not going to be easy, sir. Thousands of man hours. I mean, years of effort.
Let's talk turkey. What's your rate?
$450 an hour.
The hell with hourly. I want you on retainer.
Oh.
How about 1 million even?
Wow.
500 up front and 500 when we're done.
Seems fair.
Would you like that in cash?
What do you do for a living, my guy? He's like, I don't even want hourly. I'm ready to commit. I want a retainer. And Jimmy's like, you know what? Yeah. think he can take that. He can't take this. This is an impossible... Isn't it like lawyers have to say yes to cases they think are feasible, or are they just trying to get paid? He's out of his mind.
Tax-free and backed by the full faith and credit of the sovereign Sandia Republic.
It's not real currency.
You are getting in on the ground floor.
Real currency. He can't accept it. How he can't even buy $1 million worth of stuff in your sovereign nation of Sandia. There's not even enough for him to buy with $1 million there.
Mr. McGill, hi. Roland J. Cox. Roland.
What is he from? I've seen him from things.
And patent law is something you...
Oh, yeah.
But before I show you my invention, would you mind signing a non-disclosure agreement?
Yeah, no problem.
It's my idea of a lifetime. If Fisher-Price or Play School ever got their hands on this.
No worries.
You gotta read it, my guy. You don't know you just signed. It's gonna be some weird torture device for kids. It's a toilet.
I may have seen one of these before.
Does he not know what a toilet is?
This one has this little unit I've added.
I swear
this
if he adds
is
a
my
bidet.
invention. My wife and I have 2 boys, 4 and 6. Toilet training them? Nightmare.
Is he gonna strap them to the toilet?
So I wired a motion sensor to a voice chip, and it's all about positive reinforcement.
Oh, they compliment you in the toilet? oh god.
Oh, yeah, that's the way. Gosh, you're big. You're so big.
I don't think I've ever seen something cringier.
Fill me up, Chandler. Put it in me. Give it to me, Chandler. I want it all. Ah.
I'm so uncomfortable. Can we stop it? Can we stop it from going on any further? Destroy this monstrosity right now, Jimmy.
So, what do you think?
Blow up this man's house. Get rid of that thing.
It's a little sexual. Some of your wealthier Pacific Rim nations, they'll love this, the crazy bastards.
I created this for children.
Then why did you say such weird things?
Viagra was originally invented to treat hypertension. Well, look how that turned out.
You're completely disgusting. You
You're
know
the
that?
one who
Hey,
said
buddy,
those
you're the one with
gross
the sex
things.
toilet.
It's not the sex toilet.
I hope you do make a fortune, because Chandler's going to need it to help pay for his therapy.
That was way worse than anything I could have imagined. Neighborhood watch. This is gonna be fun.
I found the Alpine Shepherd boy.
Okay, that's what this is about. How did she let him in the house?
No, I'll be right over.
She seems so sweet. Okay. What does this have to do with literally anything?
Now, the shepherd boy Hummel, that's gonna go to your nephew Clarence?
As long as he finishes college.
Now, then that would go to your cousin Helen, so long as she never remarries Frederick?
We hate Frederick, huh?
Twins to go to Reverend Lawrence's grandson.
Don't you mean Reverend Haynes? His Reverend Lawrence's grandson is going to get the lute-playing angel, because he was in the choir.
And here I thought all lawyers were idiots.
Only half of us are idiots. The other half are crooks.
He's like, I'm a crook.
If I were 40 years younger, I'd have you buy me a pina colada. I knew I'd like you when I saw how you saved that poor man on the television.
I hate to do this, but I do need to bring up my payment. My fee is $140. I'll gladly accept $70 today and $70 when I come back with the completed documents.
140.
You snatched that very quickly.
On the nail, not the skin.
Your toes are too small.
How's it go again?
You're huge, Chandler. You're a big, big boy. Did you eat corn, Chandler? Is that a nibble I see, Chandler?
No.
Too much?
Seriously, don't ever try to make a living at this. Stick with the law. It's Howard. No, I mean, I haven't. Yeah, okay, I'll see if I can, track Jimmy down. It's Chuck.
You
you understand?
No, it needs to be on. I'm getting security.
No, wait. No, wait.
Sir, I need you to get down from there.
What the hell kind of torture chamber you running here? He's allergic to electricity.
You heard the doc. Get down now.
Is this patient's brother? Please, listen to him.
Are you ready to calm down now?
Yes, his name is Jimmy, and yes, he is gonna calm down.
Tell me about the electricity.
My phone, stuff, anything with a battery in it. He can't have it near him.
Is this a real thing? He's allergic to electricity? The walls lining and everything, like the wires going through the walls.
Here.
Apparently it started when Charles stole his neighbor's newspaper. He was confrontational and incoherent.
How come you didn't call me?
Charles should be committed for 30 days of psychiatric observation. There's an excellent facility in Las Cruces. He can be there.
The doctor is saying that this isn't real.
I'd rather not.
My name is Dr. Cruz. Do you know why you're in the hospital?
The police. They tasered me, Jimmy.
Howard called me. He's very concerned about you.
You have a phone or a page or anything with a battery?
I don't think so. Can you tell me a little more about your situation?
It's not a situation.
I'd like to
it's
hear
a
about
condition.
it too.
Electromagnetic hypersensitivity. My nervous system has become sensitized to certain frequencies of electromagnetic radiation. The closer I am to such devices, the worse my symptoms. Burning sensation in my skin, sharp, cold pain in my bones, blurred vision.
When did you first experience these symptoms?
You left the office 18 months ago.
Okay, so he developed the condition.
You think I'm crazy?
I never said that.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be talking about commitment. Anyone who spent more than a few minutes with me knows that this isn't some kind of delusion. Have you ever seen me exhibit any sign whatsoever of mental illness? See?
But wouldn't you still want to get checked out?
Do you think subjecting me to this kind of pain for a month is the least drastic means?
You might as well spend a month in a wood chipper.
May I ask you a question just for my own interest? How do you meet the needs of daily life?
I use white gas lanterns. For cooking, I have a camp stove. I have a large cooler I keep filled with ice.
Turn it on to test him.
Well, thank you. Would you mind if I took a moment to speak with your brother?
Jimmy, I want to go home.
That was a dirty trick.
That wasn't a trick, it was a demonstration. Allergy to electricity isn't real. It's a manifestation of something.
Interesting, so he should get help.
So we're not talking him out of this, and I'm not sending him to a rubber room.
There are specialists
He's
who will
seen
be...
specialists.
So you're ready to give up?
I'm the one doing the heavy lifting here. That white gas he was talking about, who do you think brings him that? And every other damn thing he needs.
Is that helping or enabling?
She's got a point. Is it enabling?
To be committed involuntarily, he has to be a danger to himself or others.
And he is. Coleman lanterns indoors, a camp stove. He could burn his house down.
Also a very valid point.
What if he just hurts himself in a household accident? How does he call for help?
She is making a lot of valid points.
Ignoring this won't make it go away.
What would you do?
I'm gonna look up what he has
All I
after
know
this
is
episode. I want to see what this
He
is.
needs help. Untie him. I'm getting him out of here.
The nurse will bring you the release forms.
He's kind of enabling him now.
Jimmy?
Oh no.
I found him. I thought I'd wait till you got here.
I want you to know that I've talked to the DA, and he absolutely will not sign off on any commitment papers.
You're a real peach, Howard. Of course you don't want Chuck committed. Because if Chuck were committed, then I become his legal guardian, and I cash him out of HHM.
We're talking about the well-being of a man whom we all love very much.
I don't know if I believe him or not. I want to believe that he's authentic and cares about Chuck.
Thanks for helping me decide.
But at the
Wait
same
bye-bye
time-
to your cash cow, because it's leaving the pasture. I'm committing him.
Listen, I agree that Chuck needs help, and maybe it's the right thing to do, but you can't do it like this.
Not because someone else
I want to see that
triggered
son
you
of a
into
bitch
doing
sweat. Taking my brother home.
it. I think that he is enabling. Chuck needs serious help. And what other opportunity you're gonna have where he believes that it's like he doesn't want the help. But then again, you are forcing him without his permission.
I'm gonna need my...
Could it be like an anxiety disorder, maybe? They better be the ones paying for that door after they kicked it in. I wonder what he does all day. I know he reads, but what else?
You saw this, you got sick. Whenever you think I've done something wrong, something questionable, you get worse.
I got sick because I went out of my house to retrieve the paper.
You think this is the return of Slippin' Jimmy, but it's not. I have gotten business off of this. Legit business. I'm kind of starting to specialize in elder law. Getting old sucks. Seniors need someone on their side, so.
Well, that sounds promising, but it has nothing to do with my condition.
From here on out, I'm gonna play by the rules.
As any lawyer should.
Exactly. Slippin' Jimmy, he's back in Cicero, dead and buried.
He is not on trial here for his past. He is on trial for the murders of Donald Kovac and Eddie Alonso.
Light blue or cream?
I like his drawing. Studying some classic suits, huh? This isn't the old folks' home that Walt blew up in Breaking Bad. I feel like weird saying things because I know it's not the same show, and I'm like, no spoilers. But it's like, you gotta watch Breaking Bad first before. I don't know. You guys gotta tell me, should I not be talking about Breaking Bad during this? Is this the old folks' home where a lot of things happened?
Hello there, James McGill, attorney at law. How are you this fine morning?
I'm just fine.
Who's the banker here? That's the only one I want to talk to. There he is. Hey, I'm good. Whoa, what a grip, young man. Yeah, watch out, that's my will writing hand.
I don't know if I'd be insulted or what. I'd be like, I know you just want my business.
What you reading there? The complete annotated book of rules for parking validation?
The rules for parking validation are actually pretty simple. Most people get it on the first try.
I have the requisite stickers. You can have this as well. I'm doing elder law now. Give me a call if you happen to know any elders.
Good night.
Couldn't have a bad one if I tried.
We'll see about that. Something always goes wrong. He was there all night? How do night shift workers stay awake? I'm assuming a lot of caffeine, lots of coffee, but he's there during midday too. Assuming that's his daughter and he has like a bad relationship with her. It's a very cute little house.
Crazy I am about you. You wouldn't hesitate. I can't sleep nights.
Oh, why don't you take some hot milk?
Who's outside? Hi? Did he have a restraining order that he like...
A long way from home, aren't you?
You and me both.
Okay, I don't... What's happening? So he did something in Philly. It was something definitely Philly related back when he was the cop there, but... Yeah, I don't know. I just assumed maybe because like... It looked like he didn't... I think that was his daughter, and it looked like he didn't really have a good relationship with her. So before we get into this, I do want to say that I did look up the disorder that Chuck claims that he suffers from, and it looks to be that it is believed to be a psychosomatic disorder. Therefore, it's essentially a psychological disorder that exhibits physiological symptoms. I just feel bad because you know that Jimmy wants what's best for Chuck and wants his comfort, but I do think that he is kind of enabling him and he does really need to get help. Another thing, I don't know where we're going with Mike. He said a long ways from home, which he recognized the guy, which I think is a guy from his past, from Philly. So I think Mike did something in Philly, escaped over to Albuquerque, and they followed him. Also, I think that was his daughter, and she just didn't really look too happy to see him. And I think he wants like a relationship with his grandchild. I want to relate things to Breaking Bad because I feel like if you're watching Better Call Saul, you've watched Breaking Bad. I want to hear your opinions though, because this is just something that I feel would be natural for me. You can tell the way he steps. Okay, so I'm assuming this is Mike when he first came to Albuquerque. Ooh, we're getting the Mike lore, the backstory. He was always such a mysterious character in Breaking Bad. So this is gonna be interesting. I was always curious as to like his lore. I just thought of something that made me really depressed. Like, I feel like we're seeing his beginning, but we've also seen like the end of his character.
Mike?
Thanks for coming.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay,
Was this the woman that he saw in the car?
Yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sure I have like facial blindness because I don't remember people's faces. I think that was the woman who was like the nurse that he was like sitting outside her house.
Janitor, anybody here?
Why'd he go into the women's restroom? He needs a pad. He got shot? Putting a pad over it, huh? So he's fresh out of trouble. So he's just had like a gunshot wound and he's just been on the train chilling with it instead of going to the hospital. How has he been able to just stay calm this whole time?
Hi. Okay, you asked for it. Pop-Pop's getting tired. Oh, me. Go on.
Pop has a gunshot wound in the shoulder. That's why he needs the break. So that is his daughter.
So how do you like it out west?
Wide open spaces?
Different anyway.
Very different than Philadelphia. I lived there for a couple years. It's an interesting place.
And Kaylee?
Yeah, she's settling in. She still asks about him. Where's Daddy? How long are you in town for, Mike?
Indefinitely. I'm better, and I'm sorry it took me so long. I want to be here for you, for Kaylee, for my family.
Mike doesn't seem like the type to be corrupted. So what do you mean by better?
I know I just need to move on from this, but I keep thinking about something. How before Maddie died, he was different. He barely ate. He wasn't sleeping. He snapped at me about the stupidest things.
Cops aren't real touchy-feely, you know that.
Did you notice? I mean, did you feel anything like that from him?
As far as I remember, he seemed okay. He seemed okay to me.
Before he died, there was this phone call. 2:30 in the morning, I wake up and Maddie's not in bed. He gets intense.
Ooh.
Maddie didn't get worked up. He let things go, but he was really angry.
What was he saying?
Mike knows something. He's not completely giving it away.
I think he was talking to you.
I think he was.
I mean, who else? He knew he could call you anytime he had a problem. You were thick as
Mike
thieves,
knows.
the two of you. And
Mike
there was
knows
something
something.
in his voice. It makes me think it was you.
I know what you're doing, replaying it over and over. Thinking if I'd noticed this or changed that, maybe I could have done something. You don't think I haven't had those thoughts? I do. Maddie's gone. That's really all there is to it.
She doesn't believe him. She knows there's something up. She knows. Mike's not being truthful. He's not being He's not being forthcoming.
Get Kaylee her dinner and put her to bed.
It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Well, if you want me to drop by and keep an eye on her, I want to help.
See you around.
I really hope he's getting like a taxi to the hospital. Because I feel like he's been sitting there with that gunshot wound.
Francisco, you know this town? How well?
Oh, look at that look.
Show this up yourself? Bet there's a story there.
Isn't there always?
Little sting here.
Yikes. No.
Keep it dry. There's a Walgreens a couple blocks over in Louisiana. Maybe go get yourself a sling.
He's like, nah.
Got a cone you can put around your neck. Take a couple in the house.
That's
In case
nice.
you change your mind. Passing through or sticking around? If you're relocating to the land of enchantment, I know people.
What kind of vet is this?
I am not looking for that kind of work.
What kind of vet is
I don't know why it has
this?
to be this way. Could have been friendly. Could have talked in your house.
Lawyer.
Is he gonna call Jimmy? Please tell me he calls Jimmy.
You're not under arrest. They expected more cooperation from you on
Oh,
this.
so it's just investigation.
Cop to cop.
Gotcha.
Lawyer.
I didn't think he was actually gonna call Jimmy.
Airman shop. Who's got him and where?
He actually has kind of redeemed himself from his previous behavior to Mike.
Here to see my client?
He's proven himself to Mike, so I guess I understand why he would call him.
So what happened? The mayor didn't give you enough stickers?
Yes.
Oh, here's your coffee.
That's for you.
Why'd you have me bring it to you?
Those 2 cops out there are from Philadelphia. The young one, who's been writing in his little notebook, he's gonna take it and put it in his jacket. And when he does that, I want you to take that coffee and spill it on him. I'm asking you to. It's the only reason you're here.
Oh, he doesn't want him to represent him.
All you want is for me to aid and abet you ripping off that guy's notepad, because that's what you're doing here, right? I'm gonna behave like an honest-to-God, law-abiding, licensed attorney. That's what I'm gonna do, and you're gonna be happy as hell that I'm here. But this little Juan Valdez bump and dump, not gonna happen.
He's like, I'm all for scamming people.
You got your lawyer, Mike? Can we talk already? We're here looking into this Hoffman and Fensky thing.
Fill me in. Start at the beginning.
Jesus, seriously?
He's actually, believe it or not, somewhat taciturn.
We, Detective Sanders and I, worked for the Philadelphia Police Department, as did Mr. Ermintrout for nearly 30 years. Mr. Ermintrout had a son, Matt. He too was with Philly PD. He was a rookie officer.
So that was his son. And Stace is his daughter-in-law.
9 months ago, he responded to a shots-fired call. Matt went in with his partner, Officer Troy Hoffman. They had Sergeant Jack Fensky backing them up. The 3 of them were ambushed, and Matt didn't make it out. Hoffman and Fensky returned fire, but the shooter got away.
I'm very sorry to hear it.
He didn't know he lost his son.
Kept beating the bushes, kept coming up dry, until 3 months ago. That's when Hoffman and Fensky both turned up dead in a vacant lot out in Nicetown.
What does my client have to do with any of this?
Now, is there anything you can tell us about what Hoffman and Fensky were into?
Yeah, help us out, Mike. Help us catch the bastard who killed Maddie.
I don't know much about Hoffman and Fensky. I saw them in a bar the night they died.
Were they drinking with anyone?
I couldn't tell you. I was...
Not there?
You know how it was.
How you doing these days?
Feeling like I crawled out from the bottom of a bottle and working hard to stay there.
Oh, that's what he means by gotten better.
Doesn't help much dredging up the past like this.
Yeah, I can imagine. And it's not even really the past. This was less than a year ago.
We're done here, yeah.
In case you think of something,
I think Saul's still gonna spill his coffee on him.
Oh, shit. Jeez, sorry.
He's
sorry.
great. He's great.
I can get most. You know what? Hey.
Okay, so he didn't snatch his book, but he got coffee on the jacket. I don't know what the goal was. I thought he was gonna go to the bath. Oh, how did he get it so quickly? How did he get it so quickly? He's gonna notice that his book's gone.
It's so important in there that we had to pull that third-rate Marx Brothers routine.
You really want to know?
Tell me you killed them. They killed Maddie, so you killed them. And that's why you had the bullet hole. The wound.
How did you know that I would spill that coffee? What the hell's that? What's supposed to mean, huh? Your friends from Philly back there, they think you killed 2 cops.
Because he did.
Yep.
And it's in the notes. I want to know what's in the notes! Don't gatekeep this, Mike. I need to know what's in the notebook. How did he swipe it off him so quickly? They've been keeping tabs on him. Maddie's partner and that guy probably killed Maddie, and that's why he was so tense. All he did was probably want to protect his son and avenge him.
We need to talk. You called the cops. Philadelphia PD.
Yeah, I did.
Why?
First Matt, then not 6 months later, his partner and his sergeant. To help catch Maddie's killer, Mike. I told him...
You tell him Matt was dirty? Is that what you told him? How could you possibly think that? That's your husband, the father of your child.
I didn't say that. I told him I found money. 5,000-6,000. From God knows where.
Why didn't you come to me?
I couldn't. I knew what it would do to you.
She cared. She wanted to protect him.
All I want is for whoever killed Maddie to rot in a cell for the rest of their life. What difference would it make if he was anything?
Matt wasn't dirty.
Well, so be straight with me. What was that phone call? Before he died, don't bullshit me.
That was between me and my son.
So you're admitting it was you?
Yeah.
He wasn't dirty. My son wasn't dirty.
This is the most passionate I think I've ever seen Mike. And in Breaking Bad, he would always go to like a bar, drink himself silly. So he used to have a drinking problem that he used to kind of numb out the loss of his son. This Michael runs deep. What are you doing? What are you doing? Also, they drove the Philly cop cars all the way to Albuquerque. Is this a new way to break into cars? Oh my god. I hope no thieves watch this. This is genius. That's genius! I feel so bad for him. So this was back in Philly. I'm so dumb. I thought this was in Albuquerque. I was like, they drove their cars here. This is Philly. This is the night that they died.
Mikey boy.
And he got proof from the car that they killed Maddie.
I know it was you.
Yeah, he's gonna kill them. Yeah, so disregard all my comments about them driving to Albuquerque.
How about I give you a lift home? I can't let you drive. I sold my car, so I'm walking.
Kind of tarantula.
Hey, Mike.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Mikey.
He's like,
Wanna
get out
ride?
of here. No, absolutely not.
I'm walking.
Not with them. They are probably like, how does he know? And they're gonna try and kill him, and he killed him in self-defense.
Colder than my ex-wife's tit out here. Come on. Don't be an ass. Come on,
get in
let's
the car
get
ready.
It's cold out here.
His son's killers.
We're gonna have you home in no time. Hey.
Yeah, took the gun. No self-defense.
We don't want you to shoot your foot off now, do we?
How is he gonna get away and kill them?
Hey, back in my clothes, you were talking out your ass. I know it was you. What's that supposed to mean, huh?
You killed him.
Oh, he did it. He said it.
I killed him because you were scared. What you thought he might do. Made it look like a junkie with a gun. But it was you. And I know it was you.
And he should say so to other people. Because now they think that if they take him out, the evidence dies with him, and they can get away with it. Of course, let's go to a scary abandoned place, because this is not where Mike lives.
Help me get him out of the car.
How is Mike gonna take down 2 sober cops? I know he's good, but still. Oh, he had a back piece. Good for him!
Come on. There you go. Come on, Mike. Huh? 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna work this whole thing out, okay, Mikey?
He's giving Alec Baldwin vibes.
It's too much for the old man, so Mike here decided to eat his gun. It's tragic, but anyone could see this coming. We're doing him a favor.
Smart. That's what I would have done if I were you.
Set him up! He set them up! He knew they were gonna take his gun, made sure there was no ammo in it. He's a genius. But how did he know that they killed Mikey? I want to know what the proof is, because he said he was going to prove it, but not that he had concrete proof. Based on the way that they responded, I think it's safe to say that he was right. He just didn't have the proof yet.
You bust a drug dealer that has more cash than you'll ever earn in a lifetime. You took a taste, so did everyone else.
He's going to tell her the truth.
That wasn't dirty. I was.
And he...
Everyone was in that precinct.
Whoa.
You turn in your buddy, you're screwing yourself. You go along to get along.
But you said Matt didn't.
Fensky got to Hoffman early. Hoffman went to Maddie, offered to cut him in. Only fair, right? They were partners. And Matt did what you would think. He agonized. Wanted to go to the IA, do the right thing, shut him down.
Oh my God.
You know what a cop fears most?
His family being...
Prison.
Oh, prison. Okay.
Being locked up with everybody you
That's
put
so
away.
true. Yeah.
You threaten a cop with that, you make him dangerous.
Whoa. That's so true.
Take the money, do something good with it. I tried, but he wouldn't listen. My boy was stubborn, and he was gonna get himself killed.
Mike looks broken.
I told him I did it too, and that's what you heard that night. Me talking him down, him kicking and screaming until the fight went out of him. He put me up on a pedestal, and I had to show him that I was down in the gutter with the rest of them. I broke my boy. He went to Hoffman, he took the money, but he hesitated. Meant that he wasn't solid, that he couldn't be trusted. And they killed him 2 days later. He'd never done it, not even to save himself.
He regrets it so much.
And the bastards killed him anyway.
If they killed Maddie, who killed them?
Are you gonna tell her?
You know what happened. The question is, can you live with it?
Dude, I feel like I'm starting to get to know Mike's character a lot more. He was always such a mystery, and now we get to see why he was even in Albuquerque, what his experience was, why he did what he did. So this was a massive episode entirely about Mike. Now we kind of find out in Better Call Saul, we get some backstory that he was in fact corruptible and that he was corrupt. And he was like, his son was the one that was uncorruptible and he managed to corrupt him. But if he didn't do it, he'd have a target on his back. He was trying to save his son. But at the end of the day, he still hesitated, and that cost him everything. It cost him his life. So we learned a lot more about Mike and his character and what made him who he became. Anyway, we got a lot of Mike info, and I really like that. I appreciate that. It really broke my heart, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.